is Umis Al-Akila binti Ramli. My metric number is H1880652. Let me start with my part, which is the acknowledgement and the introduction. The assignment requires a lot of help and assist from the many people and the many sources. So to all the people that had involved with this assignment, I really want to say thank you and we feel blessed for it. Next, I would love to say thank you to our friends because providing us a lot of information and help us along the assignment progress. To our beloved lecturer, thank you for providing us a lot of knowledge and information to help us finish the assignment and attend at the time given by lecturer. Last but not least, this assignment will not perfect and will not really done if there are no cooperation between our group members. So I would love to say thank you to each group member for giving the best performance and give the best cooperation to done this task and assignment. I feel really glad and blessed because I got the best and good performance of group members. So let me start with the introduction. First, statistic can be defined a form of mathematical analysis that use quantified model, representation, and synopsis for a given set of experimental data or real-life study. Statistic study methodology together, review, analyze, and draw conclusion from a data. Some statistical measures contain mean analysis of variance and regression analysis. Statistic is a term used to summarize a process that an analyst uses to characterize a data set. If the data set depends on the sample of the larger population, then the analysis can be developed interpretation about the population primarily based on the data that already gathered. There are two types of statistical methods are used in analyzing a data. First is descriptive statistic. The descriptive statistic is used to synopsis a data from a sample exercising to the mean or standard deviation, while the another one is inferentation statistic. Inferentation statistics are used when a data is viewed as a subclass of specific population. The predict is a primary goal of inferentation statistic and the same function. The difference is that precise probability are determined in terms of the percentage change that an outcome will build the profile with the range of error. For the conclusion, the inferentation statistics are valuable when examination of each member of all entire population is not convenient or possibility. For the example, we make an analysis process to know some information. That's all from me. Thank you, and I'm sorry for all the mistake and inconvenient things. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Abdul Rusman. My matrix number is H1880002. For my part, I'm going to explain about data arrangement. In my part, I'm also going to share about frequency distribution, relative frequency, and cumulative frequency. First, according to the data given, the sample size for the data is 30, and for class width is 12, and the number of classes is 5. For frequency distribution, the first class shows the frequency that is 9, and the second class have the frequency of 5. Also, the third class have the frequency of 5. The fourth class, the frequency for the fourth class is 8, and the last class is 3. Next is relative frequency. For relative frequency, the relative frequency for the first class is 0.3, and the second and third class have the same relative frequency, that is 0.16. The fourth class shows the relative frequency of 0.267, and the last classes shows the relative frequency, that is 0.1. For cumulative frequency, the first class is 9, the second class is 14, the third class is 19, the fourth class is 27, and the last class shows the cumulative frequency 30. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Hafika binti Warosti. So, today I would like to present about graphical method. We have used two types of method for graph, which is bar graph and line graph. Before we start, let's look into table data for graph. For table data, we have class, frequency, lower boundaries, upper boundaries, and midpoint. We will use this data to draw a bar graph and line graph. So now we will draw a bar graph first. Okay, for the bar graph, we will use a frequency and midpoint. As you can see, the midpoint is 210.45 and the frequency is 9. And next 222.45, the frequency is 5. And third one is 234.5, the frequency is 5. Next, the 246.5, the frequency is 8. And for the last one is 258.45, the frequency is 3. Next, we will go to line graph. For line graph, we will use cumulative frequency and midpoint. For midpoint 210.5, the cumulative frequency is 9. For 222.45, the cumulative frequency is 14. For midpoint 234.45, the cumulative frequency is 19. And 246.5, the cumulative frequency is 27. And the last one is 258.5, the cumulative frequency is 30. That's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Iskandar Biazar Muzaffar. For my part, I will talk about the measures of central tendency. These are the tables that I use to calculate the mean, median, and mode. First thing first, the formula for the mean is S bar equals to summation frequency S divided by N, which is N is the number of entries in sample. H bar equals to 6,925.95 divided by 30 equals to 230.865. Therefore, the mean of vehicles for the impact of gross domestic product (GDP) in Malaysia is 230.865. Next is median. There are 5 steps to calculate the median. First step is to determine the location of the median class. To determine the location of the median class, we need to use the formula n divided by 2 observation. Therefore, 30 divided by 2 observation equals to 15 observation. Therefore, the median class is 228.5 to 240.4. Step 2. Determine the lower class boundary, and the lower class boundary equals to 228. The third step is to determine class size or width. The class equals to 240.9 minus 228 equals to 12.9. Thus, the class size is 12.9. The fourth step is summation to determine summation frequency m minus 1 and frequency m. Summation frequency m minus 1 equals to 14 and frequency m equals to 5. The next step is the final step is to calculate the median. The formula for the median is as follows. Therefore, the median of vehicles for the impact of gross domestic product GDP in Malaysia is 230.58. Next, mod. There are 5 steps. The first step is to determine the location of the model class. It is based on the highest frequency, therefore the model class is 204.5 to 216.4. The second step is to determine the lower class boundary. The lower class boundary equals to 204. The third step is to determine class size or width. The class equals to 216.9 minus 204 equals to 12.9. It is the same as the median, 12.9. As the fourth step, it is to determine delta 1 and delta 2. To get the delta 1 equals to 9 minus 0 equals to 9. As for the delta 2, it is 9 minus 5 equals 4. The final step is to calculate the mod. The formula for the mod and the calculation is as follows. Therefore, the mod of vehicles for the impact of gross domestic product GDP in Malaysia is 212.93. That is all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Zaida binti Amaluddin. My matric numbers is H18800607. Okay, today I want to present about measure of variation. A measure of central tendency is some parameters attempt to describe the amount of variation between random variables. Okay, 3 parameters that are used to quantify the amount of variation in a set of random variables is first range, second is variance, three is standard deviation. Okay, that is symbol of parameters. The range of data is the difference between maximum and minimum data entries in a set. Okay, next is variance and standard deviation. Okay, variance and standard deviation divided by 3. That is population, group data and ungroup data. So I will continue to present measure of position. Measure of position is to determine the measurement of the position. The data must be sorted from lowest to highest. The different measures of position a quantile is divided the data set into 4 equal parts. Decile is to divide the data set into 10 equal parts. Percentile is divided the data set into 100 equal parts. Quantile is one of 3 points that did a data set into 4 equal groups. Quantile have 3 parts. Is lower quantile Q1 where cuts off 25% of data, which is 25th percentile. Second quantile or Q2 is median where cuts data set in half, 50 percentile. Third quantile is Q3 or upper quartile because of highest 25% of data or lowest 75%, 75th percentile. The difference between the upper and lower quartile is called the interquartile range. So Q1 we got 214.75, while Q3 we got 245.64. For interquartile range we got 30.89. So for the conclusion, we have prepared all the details and the values based on that data. So now let us provide an overview of the value we have gained. For this data, we have a class number of 6, and the class with value we have is 11.28, and we rounded into 12. From the graphical process, we use bar graph and line chart. The main value is 230.85, while the class median is 230.58, and the value of mode is 212.93. Then we also calculated the location of each quartile, where the location of quartile 1, the current price is RM 214,750, and for the location of quartile 3 is about 245,640 ringgit Malaysia. We close the calculation process by finishing the interquartile range is RM 30,890.